Hello. So I've had quite a few questions over the months and years from my remote podcasting clients, what kind of microphone they should use in their home setup. You have all kinds of options. If you have a soundboard like I do in this studio, I use a Rodecaster Pro here. Check that out, but not really. It's in other videos. You've seen it before. If you have that kind of soundboard, you can literally use any microphone with an XLR output. From a SM58, which will still sound just fine, to a fancier microphone that does a lot of the heavy lifting for you. One such microphone that's very popular by podcasters and musicians right now is this Shure microphone. The model is an MV7. Yes, I read that. I wanted to make sure it was correct. And it has built-in headphone volume and microphone volume control from a touch-sensitive bar, as well as, let me turn this so you can see it. Let's zoom in a little bit, shall we? Standard micro USB and your headphone jack in addition to the XLR, which is what that blue cable is plugged into. So if you're recording straight into a laptop or even a cell phone device, this is a great option. It also automatically puts some presets on your voice so it sounds really nice and clean. So let's take a look at how this would work using a standard laptop. Things to know out of the box, it's going to come with a USB, this is the USB hookup to a USB-A and a USB-C. Your USB-A is going to look like this. It's the bigger USB version that might plug into a computer. And your USB-C is going to be the slightly rounded hookup, just like this. So those are the two that it came with when I bought it. So you may need to buy a converter online. I linked one in the description just for your convenience. I'm not using this microphone right now. You're hearing just straight talking to my cell phone audio. Now we're gonna switch over to the studio and check out what it sounds like when it's hooked up to a computer and it's powered. So I have a 2013 MacBook Pro, which means it has a standard USB-A input. So I'm gonna hook up that cable right here. And immediately you can see that it's powered on. It's flashing green, which is showing you the microphone level. And you can turn it all the way up or you can pull it down. And then if I were to tap this control on the side, let me get that closer to you, it switches to headphones. If I had headphones connected to the base of this, it would control the volume of the output so I could hear at the volume I wanted what I was saying. Now let's take a look at it inside an audio capture. I'm using Logic Pro for this demo, but you can use it with Zoom, GarageBand. You could even use it with some of the free audio capture apps, as long as your computer recognizes it as a microphone. So you can see from the red bar that it's recording. I've already set this as my microphone. You would do this in audio preferences on your MacBook or within the app. For Logic Pro, you do it in the audio settings on the app. And you can hear the massive difference that just connecting this microphone with factory settings will make in your audio quality. Now you can go into the Shure app and adjust that audio quality further. So let's take a look at that next. So I'm setting inside Loom, which is what I'm about to show you, the Shure MV7 as my default microphone. You can check out this screenshot to see what I was looking at in Loom. I'm going to take it right now. And I went ahead and selected the microphone that should be recording to this video. So you're going to hear a huge audio quality difference. Again, I'm going to hit start recording. And just to make sure I'm not recording anywhere else. All right, we'll go back. So Shure does have an app that will let you actually control this microphone. So let's go Shure MV7 app Mac. They have it for Windows as well. It's called the SHUREPLUS MOTIV desktop. I'm going to download the Mac version because that's what I have. If you're wondering how this microphone could be used for other podcasts, I use it to record the Girl in Media podcast. I've used it for some other podcasts that actually I'm not sure I can recommend to you for content reasons on this particular channel. But let's take a look at this app. So when you pull up the ShurePlus Motive desktop, which is also linked in the caption of this video, you can learn what it does, even though I'm about to show you what it does, and you can hit download. You're going to have to put in your details here, which you all don't need to know. But after you select your product, and the MV7 is the other one this works with, and whether or not you want emails from them, you can hit download. So let me fill that out, and then I will return to the download window with you both. And then you have the option to download it for Windows or for Mac. Of course, I'm going to download for Mac. We can see it here. If you're a Mac user, a DMG is an installation file. So once it's downloaded, we're going to have to walk through the installation process together. We'll just go ahead and click on that to open it, agree to the end user agreement, and let it do its thing. So like most applications, you're just going to go ahead and double click it or move it to the applications folder to install it on a Mac. And you saw that countdown, right? So now we'll see it in our applications under S, SHUREPLUS MOTIVE. You might pronounce it motif, but I'm American and we make everything sound ugly. All right, go ahead and hit open. And we have the app. I didn't steal any of my software, so I'm going to go ahead and automatically send it. If you pirated something, don't do that. All right, and so you can actually see what the settings are on this microphone. So auto level is going to just put it to what it thinks it should do. Also, this mic position is really great because if you like to sit far away from your microphone, you can see there's a little bit more of a distance here. It'll actually pick up. You should have heard a change in sound quality when I did that. I'm going back to near though, because that's how I like to record. And then you can change if you know what you're recording is going to play back the same. That's your monitor mix. You can mute the microphone here if you're controlling it in real time. And you can manage your presets. You have to set those yourself. So if I had a manual setting that I really liked, which these are already set that way, but if I did have something different, I would save it. A limiter is going to, if you have a very dynamic voice and you're yelling and then whispering, a limiter is going to kind of help bring all of that to the same point. A compressor is going to, how to explain this, light, medium, and heavy. So it'll cut out some background noise that is at a certain level that's very different from your voice. In fact, I'm just going to do it here in case you can hear because my laptop fan is going really hard. As I mentioned, she's a little old. This is medium and this is heavy. I'm going to turn it back off and that's the difference. Here's your limiter. So with that on, that's how that sounds. We also have EQ levels. So this little curve down at the end is going to pull out any low rumbling that might be in your room or surroundings. It's called a high pass filter. Presence boost. This is going to boost the middle range of your voice, not the highest portion, not the lowest portion. It's going to give you more of a coming through a car speaker sound. And then high pass and presence boost combines these two to try and even out your surroundings to the best of its abilities. But I recommend just recording in a not very echoey, quiet room, and that'll solve your problem too. Again, you can mute your mic. And that's how you can use this app to control how the microphone sounds before you start recording in an app like Zoom. If you're recording in a professional audio application like Logic, as I would, then you don't actually really need to worry about this. You'll do all of those presets while you're editing that audio, but that's how you use the application. One more thing, let me show you how it looks and feels for Zoom. Welcome back. Now Zoom is not going to let me screen share before I start recording and it won't show you my microphone settings. So we're going to show you those settings on this camera, but you'll also be looking at the Zoom. So you can say join with computer audio, test speaker, microphone, and computer audio. I'm going to go up here, join with computer audio, and then I'm going to go down to microphone settings. And you can see it's already selected, which is great, but if it wasn't, I would select it there. If I had the headphones plugged into the Shure MV7, that's the headphones I would use. If I had Bluetooth headphones, they would show up here, or you can do built-in output or same as system. I'm gonna hit record so you can hear how this sounds using the Zoom microphone. So now I'm recording this session using my Shure microphone, the MV7, and I'm recording into Zoom. So you can see that this is giving me a better audio quality. It doesn't fix the grainy image quality that Zoom gives you, but it sounds a heck of a lot better. Even though you can see this microphone is still on, I'm not using it to record. It's a really versatile microphone. It's honestly great for at-home studios, and in my personal opinion, it is worth the investment because if you don't have a lot of audio know-how, you don't need it with this microphone. It sounds good literally out of the box. So if you're wanting to boost your online presence, if you want to increase the professionalism of your audio, this is a great way to do it. And with that USB to C for Apple converter, you can even plug it into your cell phone. It's a pretty great feature to have. So you can check out all of those links in my caption. I get $0 from telling you about this product, or if you buy it. It does not impact me at all. So this is just because I want you to know about it. I love using it. I actually have used a lot of different microphones to record over the years, both podcasts and interviews and professional audio like sound, music, recordings, all kinds of microphones. This one I think is by far the most user-friendly once you get your setup nailed down. A few other features to talk about if you're like, Ellie, I love this microphone and I want to use it. Get a good stand. So this is a screw base. Most microphones will have a clip on them, similar to what I have my GoPro in here. So this portion, or we come over, this portion is a clip, but you don't need a clip for this microphone. You would literally just screw it off and you would screw this on. One thing to note, I think I have another one sitting over here. There are two sizes of screw base mounts for microphones and even lights and cameras. This is the smaller one. So you'll need an adapter if you have a bigger screw, or you need to just double check. This arm, all I had to do was unscrew the clip. It was the right size. And again, this is like $30 on Amazon, I think. And it's a pretty flexy boom. So beyond moving up and down, which, you know, up and down and in and out, you have a lot of flexibility here beyond the screw base. You can also adjust the position of the microphone here. You can adjust the position of the microphone down here. Let me show you that. So this pin here will allow it to turn and then also go up and down. So it's pretty flexy and it's not that expensive. I've used these for years and years, both on the go setups and in my studio, and they haven't let me down. I really like them, but they do clip onto the table. So if you're not looking to clip a mount onto your table, don't get them. And I think that's it. The other thing you would probably want is a good pair of headphones. They're easy to find. I use Audio-Technica because they sound pretty good. I like a flat headphone that doesn't add anything to the way my microphone sounds because I'm an audio engineer and I want to actually hear what I'm working with, but you can connect anything you want. And that about does it for the Shure MV7. So if you have one, let me know if you like using it. If you're thinking about getting it, you can drop additional questions in the comments. And of course, if you enjoyed the video in general, please subscribe because I do lots of reviews, demos, and just chit chat about my gear in addition to the daily vlog. So I will see you guys very soon. And until next time, happy recording.